I'm always looking for ways to collaborate. Like you can always get so stuck. It kind of goes back to Ecuador a little bit of like, we have to break down the walls between our classrooms a little bit. And sometimes at your own school, it's hard to do for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's hard to find somebody that will do it with you. And number two, you just get so in your own brain, like you have X, Y, and Z to do every day, and it's hard to think about that. And hearing about there's going to be a community created, that teachers that want to be a part of this, that have a similar mindset of are being innovative and global, like why would I not want to jump on board with that, whenever I think about that week, I always go back to Tim Flood's talk, like that. It felt like it set the precedent for the week, and he just said a lot of things about. It made me want to give more reason why I do, explaining it to the kids. Like when he talked about identity and culture, even if you're creating a piece of art, you're saying something about who you are or what you're around. But I've never been super good at explaining that, and so I look at how he explained it. And I just think it gave me a better framework to give meaning for why my kids do what they do in the classroom. The number one that I always go back to is we were on Isabel Island visiting some schools, and I noticed how didn't matter what classroom we went to, the kids were talking about sustainability. So it was kind of like this common thread that all the teachers used that the kids could connect to within their classrooms. And then we were just moseying around town one night having dinner, and we noticed it must have been everybody on the island was at this little soccer match. Like all the schools were represented, they were playing each other. And so it was just this idea that everybody was so tight knit, and they took their community seriously. And so that being portrayed in their schools through some common thread, it's like it made learning matter. It wasn't just English or math as what it is. It was an application that was bigger than just one subject. And so that was just a super cool takeaway to give kids a purpose in what they do and looking at the community around them. Yeah, so I've been super fortunate. There's another English teacher that I'm working with right now, and we've done some research over the summer and have read some articles and found out that Greensboro has a huge food desert percentage, and it also has one of the highest food insecurity rates in the country. I think we're like 33%. It's insane. And so this is an immediate issue within our community that we actually kicked it off yesterday, and are having our classes collaborate between research and blogging and creating awareness through art, and ultimately getting them to create an action plan on how they're going to solve this. And then in the spring, we'll look at it globally, because our issues are the same around the world. They just look a little different in other places. And so if we can start it local, because you have to give kids a reason, you have to give them a purpose for what we're doing. And so if you can make it matter here, then ideally in our brains, it's going to matter. It's going to make more sense when we go outward.